Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice Radio, and I'm getting a bunch of messages today from people saying, What's he? The Detective Pikachu trailer is out. Why haven't you said anything about this? What are your thoughts? What are your reactions? The lovely Legally Sarcastic even went as far as to say, how have you not done a video about this? And I thought, good point. I've never done a trailer reaction video before, but we've never had a live action Pokemon movie before. So we're going to have a look at the trailer, and then I'm going to tell you what I think about it. I'm a little bit excited. Full disclosure, I did see the 20-second teaser trailer. I did watch that earlier today. However, I've not seen the full trailer yet. This is a Warner Brothers film. I will pop a link to the official trailer in the description. I'm going to be talking over this one. Please do go check that one out. Obviously, I didn't make the film, but I do feel kind of qualified to comment on it. I'm a little bit excited.
To Rhyme City.
I love how they got just Pokemon wandering around.
Humans.
It's live action Pokemon. It's so hard to get this right. Like, so many of them could look so creepily weird, and yet they seem to be doing all right with it, which makes me kind of happy.
I'm not.
Oh, we got a rookie cop. We got a rookie cop who's not his dad. I am not my dad. Definitely going to be like his dad. Oh, and there's even posters just dropping in little Pokemon hints everywhere. We got little Pikachu ears on the bed. Oh, this looks like Pokemon nerd heaven. Gee, I wonder what it is. Could it be some kind of crazy dog? Don't staple Pikachu. You can't staple... Oh, it's Pikachu, it turns out. You can't staple him. That's just rude.
Understand me, but put down the stapler or I will electrocute you.
Ryan Reynolds is going to be so good as Pikachu.
Did you just understand me? Oh my God, you can understand me. Stop. I've been so lonely. They try to talk to me all
He's
the
so
time.
sad.
Pika Pika.
You can hear him, right?
Okay, so we apparently have a situation where everyone hears Pika Pika, except for that dude that can actually understand
No
him.
one else hear him?
I kind of like that. That kind of makes sense.
Period.
And what about a world-class
Oh,
detective?
he looks so sad.
Because if you want to find your pops, I'm your best bet.
I don't like this down ears. That's too sad for me. It does not look as creepy and weird as I thought it would. Oh my goodness. I just want to watch this film like 20 times looking at all the different live action Pokemon.
Together, and that magic is called hope.
I'm going to watch this film so much. Just looking for all the Pokemon.
We got ways to make you talk. Or mime.
Yeah.
So tell us what we want to know. Pipe. Yes. Okay. I can.
I don't like
Shoving,
Mr. Mime.
Pushing. My problem is
I think it's fine, but it's not my favourite. Where's my Mamoswine at?
Shove it.
What? I can shove it? Okay, that's it. No, we're switching roles. I'm bad cop. You're good cop.
No, we're not cops.
Oh,
I
it's
saw that
Mr.
differently.
Mime. He's using it as an attack. Oh, that's so cool. The fan service looks like it's off the charts here. This looks a little bit like it's made with love. That makes me so happy. Oh, I'm also going to totally find a place to go watch that in 3D. Right, it's official. I'm excited. I'm in on Detective Pikachu. I am officially in on this movie. It looks so good. I mean, the big difficulty here is going to be trying to figure out all the live action Pokemon and trying to get them to look right. I mean, Charizard there. I mean, look, Charizard looked cool, but it's so difficult to do them right. And I mean, look, when the first person that tweeted it at me, he showed me a picture of Pikachu in the movie. And my first reaction was, that looks a bit weird. I'm not sure that I like that. That's a little bit strange. I don't know if I'm on board with that. But you watch it in live action and I'm like, yeah, all right. I can get on board with this. And I love Ryan Reynolds. I think Ryan Reynolds as Detective Pikachu is a stroke of absolute genius. I mean, he sounds kind of like Deadpool. And that's the super, super, super weird thing about it, is that it's basically... It's the guy who voiced Deadpool, a very not family-friendly film, voicing Pikachu. Now, to be completely clear, right, everybody knew that this was going to be a thing. Everyone knew this was going to be an issue. When Ryan Reynolds was announced as the guy who's going to be voicing Detective Pikachu, people made the hang on a second, isn't that Deadpool connection super, super quickly. People knew that that was going to be a thing. But I don't know whether it's just that Ryan Reynolds is this gosh darn good, but he sounded like he knew what he was doing. He sounded good. He sounded like the kind of person who should be voicing Pikachu. And as for the whole Pikachu, the main dude can understand him, but nobody else can, I think I'm in on that as well. There's something weird about making Pokemon talk. I mean, look, in the last Pokemon movie, yes, I drove 200 miles each way to watch that movie because I booked tickets when it was first announced, only to then discover it was playing in a cinema a 5-minute walk from my house. Yeah, my wife wasn't terribly happy when my sister and her kids went down the road and we drove a 400-mile round trip. Just for the record, I regret nothing. That film was awesome. But in that film, spoiler alert, Pikachu spoke. And people were like, oh, don't know about this. This is a little bit weird. Don't know if I like this. And actually, this seems to be getting around that quite nicely by just going, look, yes, kind of Pikachu can talk, but actually Pikachu isn't really talking. It's just one person can understand him. How that plays out over the course of an entire film, I'm not 100% sure. I'd like to think they're going to do it well, and I'd like to think they're going to find a way to balance it. I mean, look, the film looks like it's being made with care, and that's the most important thing. Nerds like me, we have been waiting 20 years for a live-action Pokemon movie. So the fact that we're finally getting one is great. Pikachu just talking to one person, that solves a lot of the... Because, right, it would be weird if we just had Pokemon and people just conversing. That would be strange. Because we all know that Pokemon don't talk. In the video games, in the anime, in the manga, in everything, Pokemon don't talk. So to randomly have some movie where they're like, yeah, we know Pokemon don't talk, but in this movie, they all talk, that would be weird and strange and I wouldn't like it. So I'm glad that they're not doing that. I like the approach they're taking. It seems sensible. It seems good. It seems common sense. I just want to see how it plays out. The number one thing that I take away from that trailer is the fan service. When you go into his room, it's just posters. Sinnoh Champion. And just this Pokemon references. And they're not big and in your face. It looks like, and I know this is going to sound terribly banal, but it looks like a Pokemon world. It looks like, well, yeah, in this world people collect Pokemon posters that talk about Pokemon and events involving Pokemon. Of course they do. It's Sinnoh. Why would it not be? That's awesome. And then, you know, the Pikachu is on the bed. That was kind of cool. My one reservation, and it's not a huge reservation, because there's over 800 Pokemon. They ain't getting all the Pokemon into this movie, not even in the background. So my boy Mamoswine, my boy Beware, my boy Porygon, do these get in? I mean, look, given that it's a CG movie and Porygon is a computer-generated Pokemon, you would like to think Porygon would find his way into the movie. And I don't care if I have to watch the movie 6 times and he's just floating along in the background in one scene for 1 second. I will find him and I will love it. But we saw Greninja in there, so we know it's not just a Gen 1 thing. I mean, he probably wasn't the only one. They were majority Gen 1 Pokemon. On the first run-through, they looked like majority Gen 1 Pokemon. But we did see Greninja in there. Now, I know that Greninja is owned by Ash in the anime, which does make Greninja a special Pokemon. So maybe it's just Gen 1 and other special Pokemon. I don't know is the honest answer. But I do love the way they looked. Charizard looked a little weird to me, but they're all going to look a little bit weird. They've got to look a little different. You cannot just take them as they are in the anime and in the video games and just plonk them into a live-action film. That ain't going to work. Obviously, Mr. Mime looked about right, but of course Mr. Mime looks about right. Why would Mr. Mime not look about right to Mr. Mime? Mr. Mime is one of the easiest ones to do. So that's fine by me. I'm a dude that's literally got a decal of the original 151 Pokemon sitting behind me while I record. I am wearing a Pokemon World Championships t-shirt. I am in on Pokemon as a brand. Or the regular viewers of the channel will know, of course I'm in on Pokemon as a brand. I'm excited about Detective Pikachu. I love Ryan Reynolds. I mean, I love him generally, but he seems good on this. I like the whole only he can hear Pikachu talking. That seems like a good way to do things. And I love the fan service. That is a number one takeaway I've got from this trailer. Yes, I'm worried about how many Pokemon they're going to get in. And yes, I'm a little bit worried about whether they're all going to make the transition smoothly into the live action. But I watched the 30-second teaser trailer with my wife and my child. I'm indoctrinating her early. She's only 6 months old. She's watched the trailer. The teaser trailer. I saved the real trailer for you guys. And my wife's sitting there chuckling along and going, and her exact phrasing was something like, okay, this one I'll go and see. And if my wife, who does not care for Pokemon, weirdly, is in after a 30-second teaser trailer, I think we're onto something here. I'm excited about Detective Pikachu, so go check out the trailer. There's a link in the description. And tell me what you think about it. Tell me how excited you are. Tell me what you're looking forward to. Tell me what your reservations are. Go nuts, ladies and gentlemen. But please do remember the rule. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all of that, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that, and do be checking out youtube.com/WassyPlays for some more Wassy action. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.